Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we are away against Hibernian, and that's going to be followed by a really tough home game against Hearts. As you can see by the league table on the bottom left, we're 7 points clear of Aberdeen at the moment, who are sat in 5th place. So if we get a good result today against Hibernian, there's every chance that if Aberdeen do slip up in their game, we could end up qualifying for that 4th place European spot. As such, we've then got the home game against Hearts, so like I say, hopefully we can get things done against Hibernian and Aberdeen will drop some points. For tomorrow's episode, I was debating whether to carry on and go forward for the transfer window, but I think what we'll do, we'll just do the last 2 games of the season and wrap things up for the campaign. And it does mean we've got consecutive episodes there, but it doesn't really matter too much at the end of the campaign anyway. In terms of our recent form, it's been a little bit of a struggle. We have played quite well, but obviously, as you can see, since that 0-0 draw against St Mirren last time out, we have struggled a little bit. We lost 2-1 in the derby against Aberdeen, and we lost at home in that one. And we've been beaten twice by Rangers. We lost 2-1 last time out, but we did go down to 10 men just before half time. So we did quite well to hold on to 1-1 until the 88th minute. So we played quite well. We were very resilient, and hopefully we can take that into this game against Hibernian and get a better result. We haven't rotated the side too much in recent games, but we'll have a quick look at it, and hopefully, like I say, we can find a way around it this time round. We've got Stashevski in goal, with Sirkin, Graham and Quinones and Ashcroft at the back. James, O'Donnell and Harris are going to play out in that midfield three, with Lulich on the left, Cudjoe on the right, and Gary Rapper is going to be starting up front. We do seem to have settled into this set of players at the moment. They are playing very regularly and they're always playing in and around the same position. But we are going to look at rotating potentially once we've qualified in that 4th place spot, just to give players a bit of a run out. And you never know, it might be a case of just players trying to make my mind up for them to get them playing again. Polidoro hasn't played too many matches recently. His form took an absolute nosedive at one point, and he's not really worked his way back into the team, unfortunately. But there's plenty of time, and like I say, we've certainly got things to work on for next season, and we've got plenty of options in terms of trying to strengthen the squad as well, really. So we'll have to see how we get on, but first and foremost, it is about qualifying in that 4th place spot. So with the game underway, early on we've had the majority of possession in the opening 10 minutes or so. Chances are quite even, there's been nothing on target from either side at the moment. But like I say, I'm just hoping that we can do okay in this match. Looking at other games, obviously we've had the league split. Aberdeen are actually playing Celtic in today's fixtures. So if we can get a good result against Hibernian and Celtic do the deed for us against Aberdeen, if we win here and Aberdeen lose, we will have finished in 4th place, which is a massive achievement. It came up a number of games ago, just after the previous episode finished, that it's a record high place finish for the club. So we've certainly worked wonders here at Dundee United, and there's certainly a lot that we can build on as well. So certainly exciting times ahead, it would appear. Graham here looking over the top here, and Lulich is in behind. Rocky and Turner winning it between them, and here's Guararappa, and there is the opening goal. Lulich did well to win it back from the defender, and Guararappa with the first goal of the match here. It's his 6th of the season, and I think he'll do well next season as well. He's going to be our main man up front next year, and I think he could be a 20 goal a season striker for us in the Scottish Premier League, providing he's got that support in behind him. So hopefully, like I say, we can work something in the transfer window when it comes round. As we approach half time, we do have that 1 goal lead. We've had the majority of the chances, possessions quite even actually overall. We've not had too much going in our favour in that manner, but we're doing quite well at the moment. We've got that 1 goal lead and things are going quite well. Aberdeen are actually beating Celtic by 2 goals to 0 though at the moment. So as it stands, we're not going to be qualifying unless Celtic come back in that match. So as you can see, like I was saying, possession's very, very tight at 50-50, but again, we've had so many chances in this game. Hibernian have only had 2 attempts at goal, both which were off target. But at 1-0, we haven't got that security. We need a second goal here. We have been struggling for goals recently. We've been struggling for wins as well, following that 0-0 draw against St Mirren, 2 defeats against Rangers, and the defeat to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, who are now 3-0 up at home to Celtic. Celtic, by the way, have already been confirmed as league champions. They've not got a lot to play for. Rangers are 2-0 up over Hearts. Rangers, of course, fighting to try and get that second place spot, of course, as well. So um, they're really looking to push on for a Champions League qualification spot at the moment. We have got tired legs out there at the minute, but I don't really want to change too much. We're playing much better than Hibernian, but at 1-0 we need to keep our strongest players on. And Graham now into James from a free kick just on the halfway line. Now Quinones plays it forward here, and Cudjoe is down this right hand side into Ashcroft. He loses it out to Adedokan, and now Hibernian are starting to push forward now. Ashcroft does well to intercept, and Quinones finds Graham in space. Now James into O'Donnell. He loses out to Crooks, and now Collier into Castillo. Quinones again with the interception and finding Cudjoe. Now Gary Rapper, it's a good run from him. Can he play it inside here? Cudjoe, heavy touch from him, and it's back to the Hibernian goalkeeper Johnson. Johnson looks forward, and Knuckleflex could be in behind here. Sirkin decided to not completely commit to it, and this is Haug, and the shot, fortunately from our point of view, is very poor, and it remains 1-0. Like I say, a lot of tired legs, but we need to hold on for this victory here. Aberdeen 4-0 up against Celtic. What a result that is for them. Quinones here with a free kick into James. Again, we're in and around that halfway line. A second goal now would certainly kill the game off as we enter added time. Ashcroft moving down the right hand side. Plays it back to Quinones in space. Finds O'Donnell on the edge of the penalty area. Back to James. Now Lulic. Plays it out wide to Sirkin, who's in loads of space. Can he pick his cross? He finds Lulic again. Now O'Donnell with the strike, and it's a good save from Johnston. Just to tip it over the crossbar. And it looks like we can hold on for these 3 points. We do actually have a corner here. We're pretty much at the end of the 3 minutes added time now. It's going to be Cudjoe to take the corner. I suspect after this set piece, it will be done and dusted this match. And he's taking his time about it, that is for sure. Here it comes. Cudjoe swings it in. James was at the near post. It's cleared away, but Lulic picks it back up again. And the highlight finishes with nothing happening really. We've got the 3 points though, which is absolutely fantastic. Very important result there. And it looks like we're going to have to move on to the Hearts game now to see how if we can get that qualification spot. Like I say, there's every chance that we might not even qualify for 4th place if Aberdeen really take heart from that massive win that they've just had against Celtic. They've got us to play, of course, as well as Rangers. And looking at that, 7 points clear, 3 games to go. One more good result will do it for us, and hopefully, like I say, we can do it against Hearts. Hearts have had the beating of us 3 out of the 4 occasions we've played them so far, and they've been heavy defeats as well. But the time that we beat them, again, it was a heavy defeat onto them as well. So we are capable, but it's going to be tough either way. Rangers, of course, did beat Hearts, so they are really, really close to getting that Champions League qualification spot. Just behind on goal difference at the moment. So we will move on to that Hearts game. Again, we are at home, so hopefully we can get a good result there. It's good that we've got a good away win as well, to be honest. Hibernian, we battered 6-1 earlier in the camp, very early in the season. But since then, we've really struggled against them. I think we've had a draw and a narrow loss, I think, if I remember correctly. But to get that win is very important, like I say. And we've got a home game against second place Hearts coming up. It's going to be a tough game regardless. All it takes is one more win, and then we have Aberdeen and Aberdeen and Celtic. It was. We've got Aberdeen and Celtic to play. So ideally, before we play either of those sides, we want to get that game won. We want that 4th place secure. Obviously, if we do it against Aberdeen, then even better. But of course, the 3-point swing could be vital, especially if they beat us. So I'll get through this week off camera. We'll come back for that home game against Hearts, and fingers crossed we can get European qualification secured for next season. Okay, here we go for the game at home to Hearts. It's going to be a really tough game, but like I say, a win today secures 4th place for us. I don't think we're going to make too many changes to the side, to be quite honest. I think it'll just be a case of keeping things as it was. It's the exact same starting 11 that beat Hibernian last time out. And like I say, I'm just hoping we can play better against Hearts than we have done previously. But we have had one win against them this season, and it was a convincing win at that. But the other times that we've played them have been very heavy defeats, and they have been by far the better team in the majority of the matches. The main man that does the damage against us normally, Rowe, I think he's Jonathan Rowe, he's not actually in the side today, so that could be a blessing for us. He's scored in every game against us so far this season, and like I say, big miss for them, and hopefully we can do well and get a good result. That win against Hibernian was our first win in 5 as well, so really important to get that victory. And we're looking at Aberdeen's fixture. They're away against Hibernian. If we can win today, it doesn't matter what Aberdeen do. But if we don't win today, obviously, we're going to have to go and beat Aberdeen, which is going to be tough in itself. Here's Cudjoe, switches the play beautifully to Lulich. Opportunity to get into the penalty area. He's instead played it back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell manages to get the cross in, and Harris is there, but it's just wide of the post. Really big opportunity there after around 10 minutes, and it could have been 1-0. As Marshall clears forward, O'Donnell does well to intercept. Now Lulich into Sirkin. Sirkin moves it forward, finds Lulich again on this left-hand side. Plays it back into Sirkin again. In it goes into the penalty area, and there is the first goal. Luke Harris doesn't make the mistake this time, and we have a 1-goal lead. A very, very important lead for us. And I'm just going to remark on Lulich. I know I remarked on it. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before. He was an amateur player when we signed him, and my word has he turned into an important player for us. He's full of pace, he runs at the defenders, and he has been fantastic for us this season. Here's Sirkin pushing forward, looking for Guerra, and he's hit the crossbar. Really good effort from him, and we are looking very dangerous in this game. Aberdeen remain at 0-0 away at Hibernian. Rangers are playing Celtic as well, so it's a big opportunity for Rangers in terms of being able to move into that second place spot if we manage to beat Hearts. Well, so far as you can see, in terms of chance creation, we're looking a lot better, and in terms of possession, we're doing very well as well, I might add. And hopefully it will continue as the game goes on. We're half an hour in, we're a third of the way through the game, we have our lead, and it's not looking too bad at the moment. This was the one that I was worried about, to be honest, because yes, we've continued to lose against Rangers and Celtic this season, but at the same time, we've played better against them than we have done Hearts this season. And at half time, we have a 1-goal lead. It's looking really positive. We don't want any complacency, and we'll let the players know that. We've got to be on point. We've had a number of yellow cards in the first half, which is a little bit of a concern. Celtic are actually 1-0 down against Rangers at the moment as well. So that, again, could be a bonus for Rangers. Walters into Serjan. Back into Walters, down this right-hand side. Is he going to whip the ball in? Yes, he does. Stashevsky with a very comfortable claim. And we have got 3 players forward here if he delivers the ball quickly enough. There it goes from Stashevsky. And Guerra couldn't beat Rolls in the air. And Sibic back to Berevkovic. Now Bob on that right-hand side. Good interception by James. Now Lulich. Plays it into Sirkin. Somewhat by accident, but it worked. Now Graham, who's also on a yellow card now. Into Sirkin again. Lulich holds on to it, trying to move past the fullback, and he does well. Couldn't play the ball past Sibic though, and it's cleared forward, but Quinones beats Shankland to the ball. Harris moves it again to the left-hand side, and Sirkin over the top here for Lulich. Big opportunity, and what a goal from Lulich that could be. There's a hint of offside here, and the goal has been awarded. What a goal from Lulich. We have a 2-goal lead here. Stefan Lulich with his 7th goal of the campaign. What a finish from him. And at 2-0, we're looking very, very good here. Berevkovic into Rolls. Plays it forward looking for Shankland. Quinones does well. Kozia Dubary, who's a player that we wanted to sign, by the way, at the start of the season, but he chose Hearts over us anyway. He plays it in, looking for Shankland, and he's hit the crossbar. It remains 2-0 with half an hour to go. We are going to get those yellow-carded players off, I think. We need that security, to be quite honest. We're going to switch Lulich, I think, to the right-hand side. He is a little bit better out there, actually. Polidoro's going to come on the left-hand side. We're going to bring Kesgin on in central midfield. And at centre-back, we're going to bring Dig Beriku on. And that will do for now. We'll leave 2 substitutions potentially for later in the game as Ashcroft moves down this right hand side. He does have support if he can find it, plays it forward. Harris couldn't get there. Graham does well to beat Shankland, and now Ashcroft holds on to it again. Plays it inside to O'Donnell. Good closing down from Hearts, but it's not worked for them. And Stefan Lulic with the strike, it took a deflection, and it remains 2-0 as Marshall makes a good, comfortable claim on the hour mark. Still remains 2-0 in our game. Aberdeen are still 0-0 away at Hibernian. And Rangers are, of course, ahead against Celtic, still as you can see. And yellow cards are starting to become a little bit thick and fast here. 2 in a minute for Hearts, and Lulic has been booked in the process of that as well. And I think because of that, we will take Lulic off. He's had a fantastic game. We're going to bring Hlinson on. He's not had too much game time recently, and I think it will do him good to get on the pitch. Same with Fraser Sharp. We'll bring him on up front as well to see the game out, and hopefully we can hold on and maybe even get another clean sheet. Oscar Bobb's had to go off injured for Hearts, and I think he's actually just gone off. Yeah, they're actually down to 10 men now, so they made all the substitutions by the looks of it. As Quinones looks over the top, and Fraser Sharp is in behind, and Fraser Sharp makes it 3-0. He hasn't seen too much game time recently, but he has taken his chance here from the bench. It's a really good finish. Quinones with a brilliant assist. We have a 3-goal lead now, and still 0-0 with the Aberdeen game. I'm very surprised at that. And Hearts are looking to try and move forward here. Borevkovic into Rolls. Looks over the top for Kozia Dubra, who didn't focus on the pass at all. And Ashcroft mops it up and finds Stashevsky, who looks over the top here for Harris. Can Harris beat Rolls to it? No, he can't. But he's managed to win the ball back off Sessignon. Plays it back to Ashcroft. Nice little pass inside to Azak Kesgin. And now Fraser Sharp is in again. And Fraser Sharp has scored again. 4-0 now here against Hearts. What a result this is turning out to be. Fraser Sharp taking his opportunity with aplomb here. 2 in 3 minutes for him. And what a performance. 3 of the 4 assists, by the way, are from 2 of our defenders, which is a bit of a novelty in my opinion. Still 0-0 with Aberdeen. I think as it stands, that's enough for us to qualify. We'll have to double check after the game here. It's a brilliant result. 4-0 victory. And certainly that solidity that we had defensively was outstanding. Sirkin with 2 assists, Quinones with an assist as well. And good performances all round for the most part. And yes, we're 9 points clear of Aberdeen now. So I think that means we should have qualified for Europe. We're still going to come back for the Aberdeen game and the Celtic game anyway. Let's have a look. Yes, we've actually qualified for the Conference League. What an achievement that is. We are going to be in European football next season. Brilliant achievement by the lads. We've done really well, and we've got a lot to improve on still, of course, as well. We want to be challenging. I mean, next season was the target for a top half finish, but the fact that we've qualified for Europe in our first season in charge certainly gives us a huge amount to build on. But of course, with every single game that we play in Europe, we will improve our finances. Whether we win, lose or draw, financial status will be improved at the club, and we will certainly have things to work on. So like I say, we are still going to come back for the last 2 games of the season. We'll wrap the season up in style, hopefully, and try and get some good results against Aberdeen and Celtic. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for all your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you tomorrow for the last episode of the season. And this is Big Will signing away.